Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we just got the news update for Global Reset, which is 7:30 AM for me here in the UK. And as you can see, we were expecting this any day now, but we have the in-game teaser for Physical Dokkan Fest RADITZ, everybody's favorite upcoming Dokkan Fest unit. We did a video talking about this the other day. I feel like this is probably the easiest skip banner in for the rest of the year for Global. But there you go. The preview screen is pretty cool. Your power level is 5. So farmer with a shotgun in Dokkan when. But yeah, new Dokkan event is coming soon. Gold-Hide Warrior from the other side of space. Confront the menacing power of the Saiyan Warrior race. So normally when these appear in the news, it's like 2 or 3 days before the release of the actual thing. I talked about in the previous video last year, it was the 10th of April. But with the way the dates for the actual anniversary events have been lining up for this anniversary, a lot of the days were like 1 day early. So it's very possible, considering this is appearing in what is the 7th for me, it's very possible that Raditz's banner could be out on the 9th. And again, we're going by UK time, so it would be 7:30 AM UK on the 9th, which would be like the evening of the 8th, depending on where you are in America. Or obviously it could still be the morning of the 10th. But it's normally 2 or 3 days from when these teasers appear in the news that the celebration actually comes out. So as part of the celebration for Raditz, we are going to be getting a new stage of Super Battle Road. So we are getting the power absorption stage, which is stage 60. So this one, if you did pull AGL Cell from the Golden Week event, then obviously this is going to be very, very easy for you. Cell leads power absorption and is of course a 200% leader and is very, very good for Super Battle Road. But obviously, you know, all the Boo units are on there, LR Boo tanks. Well, not all of them, because Kid Boos are not on there. But yeah, this stage I didn't see a lot of people on JP having a particular amount of trouble with it. And the best thing about this one, the most important thing I guess for us global players, is that this is stage 60. So this is the final stage that when you beat this one, this is going to unlock the Goku family permanent buff support memory, because we've been getting one piece of it each time with each new stage that has come out, and we are obviously currently at 9 out of 10. So this does mean, yeah, Super Battle Road disappears from... So preparation period is starting from Monday the 8th. So I'm going to assume that means it is going to be the 9th then that this stuff drops. Because normally when they're adding like a new Super Battle Road stage, it doesn't go down for 2 days. Although the anniversary events, some of them went down for like 3 days before they got updated. So this is very much pointing towards the 9th or the 10th being the potential drop. And then the other interesting thing is they've advertised the EX part of the anniversary, but they've obviously just used like the same graphic as the JP one, even though they've obviously put the translated, like the English text. But the image still shows the Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., who obviously are not going to be anything to do with the EX part, or at least we assume they're not going to have anything to do with it, because it's not going to be the free-to-play farmable LR, because we already have that. So this is what the global exclusive thing is supposed to be replacing, but they still haven't given us any information about what that's actually going to be. So we just have the announcement that that is going to start. And look, this even says will be available starting from the 8th. So the EX part did start on JP. I think it was 1 day or 2 before the release of the banner. So again, pointing towards the 9th or the 10th being the release for Raditz. So that's all we have in terms of what's been added to the news. If we go ahead and jump over to the wiki view over here, we can have a look at, this was the celebration in JP, because obviously this was in the springtime when this came out. So you always get the typical login bonus missions. We're going to get the Dokkan Festival banner with the new Raditz and the side banner unit Nappa. There is a category summon for, I'm guessing it's Saiyan Saga, right? It's not low class warriors because Vegeta's on there. So Saiyan Saga for Raditz's leader, support banner. Kai banner as always, and of course sales, the Dokkan Fest. Now this is the one part that is probably the thing most people are looking forward to out of this celebration, because obviously nobody cares about Raditz, and that is of course the EZA for AGL Turles. Very much looking forward to this. Becomes the go-to best leader for movie bosses. I think I've got his page up here. Yeah, here we go. Turles, 170 across the board for movie bosses, or extreme class 100%. He raises attack and defense on super, does immense damage, medium chance to stun. Decent stats, all allies 3 key and 40% attack. He also gives all allies 40% defense when there is a super class enemy. So in events where you are fighting against super class enemies, this guy is a must run for support for the team. Remember, he does support all allies as well, so even on a mostly super, like pure Saiyans team, this guy's still going to be really, really good. And then you have a 30% chance to eat the fruit of the Tree of Might when your HP is 80% or below, and then transform into the boosted Turles. The best thing they did for this guy is still give him some support in his transformed state, because that was always the most annoying part of using him, like before when he first came out, is you wanted to put him on your teams as a support unit, and then he would go ahead and transform and not give any support anymore, which is kind of annoying. But at least he gives key support. He doesn't give any attack and defense, but he still gives key, and I think that's really good because, like I say, when he first came out, if you were planning to run him as a floating support unit, it meant you could kind of get away with running rotations that didn't necessarily link up the best key-wise, because you always had a support unit giving key in slot 3. And so, of course, when he went ahead and transformed, it basically ruined that whole plan. So him still giving key in his transformed state, I think, is very, very good. So definitely that is one of the big things everyone's looking forward to. Obviously, he gets like an Easy A banner as well. We have the category summon. I will, of course, do a team building guide for his Easy A. This is just the free-to-play one coming back again. Now, this is the interesting thing, because this JP had a world tournament here. But then you got to remember, JP also then had a Part 2 LR. Global already has this, so this will not be coming to Global, because we will basically have this RADITZ celebration for like 2 weeks, and then we'll be going into the worldwide download celebration. So we won't get this. We could potentially still get this, the Extreme Z campaign for the Int Prime Battle Vegeta. So he gets his Easy A. Unfortunately, he doesn't become anything particularly special. He still gets a buff when receiving an attack, but he doesn't really get a huge amount of defense until after he's supered. So he's another one of these units that has a bit of a weird design. I'll obviously do a more in-depth video once he actually gets his Easy A. Of course, I have mine Rainbow full level 10 links ready to go, so obviously we will do that. And then the other thing, we got another one of the Super Strike updates, which was the Kid Vegeta. I heard a lot of people on JP talking about this guy actually being pretty decent. So he has a high chance to stun. This could be good for Super Battle Road. Pretty decent stats. Each attack performed, he builds up. Each super attack performed, he builds up a little bit of extra attack as well. He gets extra defense if there's a youth ally in the same turn, which is a bit of an annoying restriction, I guess. And then he gets defense with a gifted warriors ally in the same turn, which is actually pretty decent because that includes almost all other Vegetas, so that's actually fine. Then he gets an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super with 3 or more orbs obtained, which, I mean, 3 orbs is not a particularly challenging, like, orb restriction for you to be able to get. And then he launches the attack that has a medium chance to become a super. I think this is the best way. I've talked about this in videos before. This is the best way of units having built-in supers, because even if you only get the additional normal attack, that still increases the chance that you're going to launch the hidden potential additional. Whereas if it's just worded as medium chance to launch an additional super, you're either doing the super or you're doing nothing. Whereas in this case, you are doing the normal attack, but there's a medium chance it could be a super instead. So the fact that you're even doing the additional attack at all is beneficial for the hidden potential system. So that could potentially be coming. It'll be interesting to see how they break this down. I'll do another video like going into more detail about how the April celebration panned out last year, because obviously again we got Videl in a much reduced celebration with no Part 2 LR or anything, because then it was going straight into the download celebration. So basically the 2 big things that we know we should get is the Turles banner, which I can imagine this will change to make it a little bit more attractive to global players. Still waiting on any sort of information about whether RADITZ is going to get any kind of global exclusive buff. I did say we shouldn't get our hopes up about that. I feel like would they have announced that straight away? I guess they've just put the teaser in the news. I guess maybe if they are going to announce it, it'll be like tomorrow or the day after. But I honestly can't imagine it's going to happen. I think they'll probably just change one of the units here that's pretty mid, like Kid Goku or maybe Piccolo, because at least like Gogeta, you can run him on the team with the anniversary LRs that you've just pulled, right, potentially from the anniversary. So I could see them replacing one of these two guys with a unit that's actually good, and then I would imagine this banner having like discounted steps, the last step being guaranteed featured, all that kind of stuff to make you summon, because obviously RADITZ is definitely not a hype pull. I'll leave the details up on the screen. I did a video talking about it in more detail the other day. But yeah, let me know what you think. RADITZ is officially announced. It was basically 99%. Like, we knew it was going to be RADITZ coming up next anyway. But the official confirmation is now in the game. Are you going to be summoning for him? Maybe only if they do the discounts and guaranteed featured. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend anyone summon for this guy. You literally do not need him at all. His 200% team isn't that great. The Saiyan Saga team is still not that great, even if you have all the units for it. Pure Saiyans obviously has a ton of other leaders. Like, you do not need to summon for this guy, especially like 3 weeks before the worldwide download celebration, where we will potentially get 2 new LRs that are going to be like top 5 units in the game, if not the 2 new best units. Who knows? So let me know what you guys think. What are you guys looking forward to the most? I can imagine a lot of people probably going to say Turles is easy A, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.